Modern TV, we back with another one, man. And this time we discussing who? Drake. But not in no bad way. I don't want people thinking that I don't like Drake, man. That's not the case. I am a fan of Drake music. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want people thinking I don't like him, man. We were talking about the Kodak situation, the possible situation between him and Kodak. I was just giving my thoughts and my opinions of what I think could be the reason of them not seeing eye to eye. We're talking about the Kendrick Lamar, Kens and Friends pop-up concert. I was asking the question, does this hurt Drake's career? I think it's going to be a big concert. I still do think it's going to be a big concert. We all know it's going to be a big concert. But today we're talking something different, man. Yesterday was the 14-year anniversary of Drake's first album, Thank Me Later. 14 years. And it just made me think, I'm like, dang, 14 years ago, bro, I was in high school, man. Just like, it made me think about how long Drake has been relevant for, and how long Drake's been doing his thing. Like I said, I was listening to Drake in high school, like freshman year, you know what I'm saying, 2009. And that was a moment. I remember even when I first heard Drake, my boy Oyo put me on to Drake. You know what I'm saying? This is like maybe 2008, maybe. But I've literally seen Drake's career since day one, bro. Like I've seen it since day one from the beginning. And I just want to talk about that album, man. Like knowing that's the 14-year anniversary, and I'm going back. I'm looking at the not soundtrack. I'm going back looking to the track list. Rather, I'm tripping. I'm going back looking to the track list, and bro, I'm like, dang. Bruh had bangers, bruh. Like, since day one, Drake has had bangers with Miss Me, Unforgettable, Fireworks, Show Me a Good Time, Light Up. Like, bruh had bangers, man. So 447,000 copies first week. Drake came out strong from day one. You can't take that away from, no matter how you feel about him present day, man, you can't take away Drake's greatness. So you can't take away what he's done and what he's continued doing. Like, bruh is great. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I think about Drake and his career, it kind of feels like in a way like LeBron, right? Big hype of LeBron coming out of high school, going straight to the league. He's the next Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to live up to that hype? You know what I'm saying? Like, people was putting pressure on LeBron coming out of high school, man. And I remember there was a bidding war for Drake. You feel me? Everybody wanted Drake. And I remember him being at the BET Awards. I think he had like a red cardigan on. When he just joined Young Money, he was performing Best I Ever Had. I think he had like a broken leg, so he was on the stage, sitting like on a stool or something like that. But when Drake first came out, man, it was like MTV had a whole thing where like, it was like a documentary. I had one for Nicki Minaj too, but it was sort of like a documentary, just like the road and leading to the, rollout or the release of, Thank Me Later. You feel me? And it was dope. It was pretty cool, man. And like, bruh just had a big hype behind him early on, and he delivered. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like how LeBron delivered. LeBron signed a $90 million Nike deal, you know what I'm saying, before he even dribbled a basketball in the NBA. You feel me? They took that chance on him, and he really delivered. And Drake, 447,000 first week, first album, debuting at number one was big, bruh. It just made me think, like, about Drake's career overall. And, 14 years later, Drake is still relevant. Like, you know how hard it is, not just to be in the game for 14 years, but to be relevant for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? And for Drake to be on top of the game, for 14 years, if not for a full 14, Drake's for sure the last 10 years, Drake has been the God. That's something I cannot take away from him. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. That's my favorite rapper of all time. But what Drake did and what Drake's doing, bro, consistently doing, I really wish him and Jeezy would record more, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. Is there something wrong with that? Like, why Jeezy and Drake don't have more music? Unforgettable is a classic, bro. Like, Unforgettable go crazy, dog. So the fact that they don't got more music together is pretty insane to me. If you know why, leave a comment, man, on what you think is the reason why they don't have more music, because I'm confusion. I ain't gonna lie. Same with like him and Swiss Beats. Fancy, bruh. fancy slime, bro. That hook. Never done, ever done. Oh, you fancy, huh? Like that girls was, you know what I'm saying? That was girls' captions back in the day, you know what I'm saying, on social media, bro. Like, oh, you fancy, huh? You know what I'm saying? T.I. gave him a dope verse on that, bro. He had a verse from T.I., Jeezy, Swiss Beats, The Dream. Oh my gosh, I'm shut it down. The Dream, bruh, you had to been outside to know, bruh. Jay-Z on Light Up. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z gave him a great verse on that, man. It's funny with the whole beef now with Drake and Kendrick. People are saying like Jay-Z tried to warn them how like people are going to come after him in the game. So seeing the beef unfold now, you know what I'm saying, is cool or is interesting because Jay-Z told him. Also, when I think about Thank Me Later, this was like peak Young Money era, bro. Again, if you was outside, you know Young Money was running shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what Young Money was doing. And Nicki was on that Up All Night. She had one of my favorite verses on that album, bro. And that line where she say, on a diet, but I'm doing donuts in a 6-speed. I said, ooh, ooh. You had a snap like that, Nicki. Going back and listening to Up All Night again, it reminded me too, like that caption style type music, them caption bars. Drake's been making that type of music for a long time. Like Drake has been the caption dude. Bro, Up All Night, those first few bars, bro, like Drake literally, each bar could have been a caption for a different picture. You know what I'm saying? He say, Kush roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. I'm having a good time. They just trying to ruin it. Shout out to the fact that I'm the youngest nigga doing it. Them bars right there, you can break it down for each picture that you post. Another thing that's very interesting with like going back to the Kendrick and Drake beef, I don't want to make this about that in particular, but in Not Like Us, Kendrick said since 2009, he's had it jumping. Again, Kendrick is my favorite rapper of all time, but I can't lie. In 2009, I knew Drake. I did not know Kendrick. It was one of the things, I guess, with Kendrick where if you know, you know, or you had to been tapped in, and Drake has ties in the South. So with him being connected to Young Money, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew who Drake was, obviously, right? You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact since 2009, Drake has been that dude. You know what I'm saying? I remember looking back now, I remember seeing Kendrick and J-Rock's All My Life video. But when we talking about like who's really been out there, who's really been making noise, I have to give it to Drake. It's just only right. You know, I would really be a hater if I was to, be like, nah, Kendrick been, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Drake has been that dude since 2009 for sure. Not saying Kendrick hasn't been, but I know for a fact I can stamp that for real. Drake's been outside since '09. He been doing this thing. You feel me? So when I think about Thank Me Later, bro, like a lot of people say Drake don't have a classic. I'm not gonna say it's a classic, but that's a very, very, very good album, bro. It's 4 times platinum right now off your first album. A lot of people cannot say that, and you still here 14 years later, bro. So this is my quick rundown on Drake and that album of Thank Me Later. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. What grade was you in when you first heard that album? Is it a classic in your opinion? Let's talk about it in the comments, man. You feel me? And make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We're going to come back with more content, man. We're going to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? But until next time, man, Majin TV, gone.